James Powell here with Open Source Worldviews, and I've found a lot of students don't really understand that there are different ways of thinking about categories of religion. Many think there's monotheism and polytheism and atheism, but in fact, more than that, there's a whole evolution of religions, starting with the tribal religions that hunter-gatherers had focused on spirits. Every culture has a belief in ghosts, even many types of ghosts. Magic is part of that. And you can see in my own updated graph, based on some 19th century religion scholar views, everyone on the planet had this hunter-gatherer animistic belief, that is the idea that spirits and consciousness exist everywhere and they can be spoken to through shamans. And out of that, as Babylon, Sumer, and out of that, as Sumer and later all the subsequent civilizations emerge, we see formalized city-state polytheistic traditions where the gods start to resemble city-state jobs. So you've got Poseidon as minister of the navy, if you will, and Zeus, of course, is the CEO, Athena, Apollo in charge of education, and you get the idea. And so, out of that, in the course of centuries, humans evolved from tribes and into city-states, and then into what we call religions usually. What people mean are what, in fact, in my world, we call Axial Age religions. And these formed through centuries in the pan-ethnic empires around the planet simultaneously within a century or two of each other, starting with Hebrew prophets and Upanishadic thinkers in Israel and India, are two major poles of religion on the planet. And then we see subsequently in Greece, the philosophers like Socrates question all the old gods and goddesses. Likewise, the Buddha will question the caste system, and equally well, the gods and goddesses. Confucius in China and Lao Tzu, and then followers of Confucius and Lao Tzu will likewise codify a worldview in East Asia that could be practiced and is practiced by anyone from any tribe or any city-state. And so the 19th century guys also saw, as I do, as evident really on the planet, science would be the next leap forward for human beings and serve as a global religion or philosophy, or my term, worldview, for human beings. And it doesn't matter who you are in the world. If you're a fundamentalist, you're broadcasting your messages from satellites produced by science. No one goes to a shaman or a priest for healing. Everyone, even the Pope, goes to a scientific medical doctor. So that realization for me is what prompted open source worldviews. In an era of science, why can't we pull the babies out of the bathwaters of the old religions and reform them according to our own preferences and customize our worldview in this 21st century? So I would invite you to do as I've done, invite the yoga of Hinduism into your life, the Tai Chi of Taoism, read about the Jain's views on diet, and then the Christian views on social grace, forgiveness, Muslim social justice, Jewish law. There are good things among all the old guys, but we don't want to have a closed source worldview and just follow one of them, do we? I certainly don't.